guys. It is Friday, March 11th, 2022 at 3:13 a.m. Alright guys, let's take a look quickly here at dailyverses.net verse of the day. It says, like newborn babies, crave pure spiritual milk, so that by it you may grow up in your salvation. 1 Peter 2:2. Alright. Let's take a moment and realize how blessed we are, especially in these days. Alright. Let's scroll and... Alright guys, so Trump was asking supporters to fund a new plane after emergency landing. He had an emergency landing where his plane's engine had failed, and they had to do an emergency landing and everything. So now Trump is asking supporters to fund a new plane after emergency landing. That is quite bold. Alright, next. There's this thing going around where everybody is looking for this saying that supposedly Russia has been saying. It says Friday evening will be beautiful for the whole world. I've been looking to see if there's any real meaning behind it. Friday evening, which is tonight, which is 3:14 a.m. right now, but Friday evening tonight will be beautiful for the whole world. Supposedly they're saying that this saying, Friday evening will be beautiful for the whole world, is actually a warning, or that maybe Russia's gonna bomb something, maybe a nuclear bomb. Who knows? Who knows if it's nothing at all, if it's just a nothing burger. But it is quite... I was looking on Reddit about the saying. It says Russia said Friday evening will be beautiful for the whole world, and they're asking anyone know what this can mean. And some of the people were commenting they'd be really upset if they got through the whole week and somehow an explosion happened on Friday, and that would mess their whole weekend up. So that's all I've been getting from looking up what it could mean. I haven't been seeing any real articles on the topic, but it's just something to also keep in the back of our heads. What could it mean? Or, if it's just nothing at all. Because also today is the 11th, today's Friday. So also Russia to disconnect from global internet on March 11th. That's the only other thing that I was able to find of what could happen on Friday. Russia to disconnect from the global internet. So it says Russia reportedly gearing to cut itself off from the global internet, or whatever the heck that means, and it could be bad. That's pretty much all that I've been finding. That I've been looking for the breadcrumbs, basically, trying to find what the Russian meaning for what could happen on Friday evening. So that's pretty much it. Praying that it's nothing serious. But let's move on to the next story. Alright. Jussie Smollette sentenced to jail, probation for lying to police, and staged hate crime. So I had broke the story about Jussie Smollette back in the day, a while ago, I think over a year, of when the news broke that Jussie Smollette had was accusing people of hate crime. So now Jussie Smollette is sentenced to jail, probation for lying to police, and staged hate crime. I also came across this. I am not suicidal. Watch as Jussie Smollette loses it during sentencing hearing. Apparently, in the event that I will likely not be publicized by the mainstream media, the sad chapter of Jussie Smollette's hate crime hoax came to a fiery conclusion on Thursday. Smollette was sentenced before a court to a 30-month probation term, ordered to pay restitution to the city of Chicago in the amount of $120,000 and a fine of $25,000 that was the maximum allowed by statute, and lastly 150 days in prison. Judge James Lillen carefully parsed out the terms when reading Smollette's sentence. He elaborated upon the parameters of a 3-month probation by informing Smollette he would be able to travel and report by phone. Judge Lynn arrived at the 150-day jail sentence last before asking Smollette if he had any questions. Smollette, after carefully removing his mask, spoke softly, stating, "I am not suicidal," to which Judge Lynn replied, "Okay." Smollette then went on by standing up and boastfully declaring that he was not suicidal, with his shouting echoing through the courthouse chambers. Smollette's unhinged rant continued on him by stating that he was standing up to the African American and LGBT communities in a display of self-veneration that was lacking any semblance of self-awareness. Smollette dramatically professed his innocence, while intermittently stopping to assure Judge Lynn that he respected his decision and sentiment, which certainly wasn't reciprocated. Alright, so Smollette told the court that he was not suicidal, so hopefully he doesn't mysteriously die in jail by means of suicide or something. At least he said that and stated that, and that is what's in record. Alright, let's move on to the next story. Alright, devastating bomb cyclone to explode over the U.S. from Louisiana to Maine, bringing hurricane-strong winds, snow, and whiteout conditions. I had put in my community tab that there was a possibility of severe weather for Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, basically the southeast, today and tomorrow. There's a possibility of severe weather, possibility of tornadoes, hail, strong winds. Also, there's a possibility of snow. So heads up, stay aware of your news. If you live in the southeast, if you live basically here, if you live in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Florida, this whole region right here. Alright, next. Roof of special operation. New intel documents show that Russia protected Donbass from planned Kiev attack and genocide. Alright, also, from fake news to proven fact in 2 weeks, U.S. Under Secretary of State Victoria Nuland confirms Ukraine bioweapon labs. Let's take a look at this story. Alright, from fake news to proven fact, in 2 weeks, U.S. Under Secretary of State Victoria Nuland confirms Ukraine bioweapon labs. So Ukraine has biological research facilities, says Undersecretary of State Victoria Nuland when asked by Senator Rubio if Ukraine had biological or chemical weapons, and says she's worried Russia might get them, but she says she's 100% sure if there's a biological attack, it's Russia. Alright, so apparently there had been rumors that there were biological labs, and they had confirmed that Russia has been attacking labs as they're in Ukraine. So I'll leave you guys a link for this article so you guys can check it out. Alright, next. Yeah, Friday evening will be beautiful for the whole world. Yeah, that's still interesting. Alright, next. Genetically modified mosquitoes set to be released in California and Florida. Millions of genetically modified mosquitoes are set to be released in California and Florida in an effort to reduce the number of real disease-carrying invasive mosquitoes. I have reported on invasive mosquitoes being modified, as well as I've reported on ticks being released and modified across the country. So now let's take a look at this story. It says the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency on Monday approved the use of genetically engineered insects in pilot projects in specific districts across both states. The mosquitoes were made by UK-based biotechnology from Ozitech. So UK-based biotechnology from Ozitech, which is funded by Bill and Melinda Gates. Alright guys, if you notice a red flag, here's the red flag. This is funded by Bill and Melinda Gates. Genetically Modified Mosquitoes. The Foundation, an effort to combat insect-borne diseases such as dengue fever, yellow fever, and Zika virus. So these guys who go to other countries, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, who go to other countries and test all these viruses and vaccines on people, are now releasing genetically modified mosquitoes. If that's not a red flag, I don't know what is. Seriously. It says, according to Ozitech, its sustainable and targeted biological pest control technology does not harm beneficial insects like bees and butterflies and is proven to control the disease-transmitting Aedes aegypti mosquito, which has invaded communities in Florida, California, and other U.S. states. Since it was first detected in California in 2013, Aedes aegypti mosquito has spread rapidly to more than 20 counties throughout the state, increasing the risk of mosquito-borne diseases being transmitted to humans. Ozitech's new technology consists of genetically modified male mosquitoes, which do not bite, that will be released into the wild, where they are expected to mate with females which do bite. In mating with them, they will pass on lethal gene that will effectively ensure their offspring die before reaching maturity. Environmental protection officials approved 2 projects on Monday, one with the Delta Mosquito and Vector Control District, Delta MVCD, in California, and one with the Florida Keys Mosquito Control District, FKMCD, in Florida. The Florida pilot project will be a continuation of Ozitech's partnership with the Florida Keys Mosquito Control District after its pilot project in the Keys in 2021. So last year they were still meddling with mosquitoes in Florida and California. So guys, I'll leave you guys the link to this article so you guys can check it out yourself. I don't trust Bill and Melinda Gates in anything that has to do with mosquitoes and genetically modified DNA testing. Alright. Okay. The World Health Organization told Ukraine to destroy high-threat pathogens in labs to prevent disease spread. The World Health Organization asked Ukraine to destroy high-threat pathogens in the country's public health laboratories in order to prevent any potential spills that might infect the population during the Russian invasion, Browder reports. As part of his work, the World Health Organization has strongly recommended the Ministry of Health in Ukraine and other responsible bodies to destroy high-threat pathogens to prevent any potential spills, the UN agency said. The report comes after a tense back and forth between US and Russian officials over dangerous biolabs in the country, with Russia and then China, according to the US military, of involvement in Ukraine biolabs. Quite spooky. So if anything breaks out from Ukraine, we know it's because of the biolabs. Alright, I'll leave you guys the link and the description. That's it for this video. Quite spooky topics, but I just wanted to share that information. See you guys next time. Pray that these mosquitoes and these biolabs don't affect people and make them sick. Everything's just crazy enough as it is without people having to meddle with DNA. Alright guys, see you guys next time. God bless you guys, and see ya.